And welcome back to another video, another episode of Coffee and Stocks. In today's video, we are going to talk about another energy stock that could be a huge potential player. But before we get started, can I please ask you guys to drop a like in this video, as well as press that amazing subscribe button? It does go a long way in supporting the channel. I do thank every single one of you guys. We have been growing slowly but steadily, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. So let's get started, shall we? We are going to talk about Trch Energy Resources Inc., currently with the ticker symbol of TRCH. Yes, it is traded in the NASDAQ, currently going for $2.26. It did have a little bit of correction. It was going for almost above. Well, it almost hit like around $3 right there. But before that, on Tuesday, November 9th, maybe a couple days ago, it was going for $1.60. And then it just exploded all the way to the upside, more than 83% to the upside. And then it just dropped again, obviously. What is that? 23%. Not too good, but we do like when we see a little bit of corrections in order if you want to get into that company or not. Disclaimer, I don't own any of this company quite yet. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do not take my words as advice. Go consult your financial advisor. Go talk to them if you want to invest in this company. Obviously, do not take my words as advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. We'll look a little bit deeper into what they are. As you see, their revenue hasn't been that good lately, and their volume is at 21.19 million. The market cap is at 314.91 million US dollar as well. Yeah, it looks a little shady right now, and you might be right. Obviously, if you look into their website right here, you look into this like oil drilling and working interest in oil projects. Like, that's not what we're trying to get into, especially with this new administration. The funny thing is, Trch Energy Resources, right? They are doing a reverse merger with another company called Meta Smart Materials, which is really great because they deal with green energy, right? So that is pretty amazing. They haven't quite yet said when the merger is happening, but that's definitely interesting to me because they know that they need to change their ways because oil is not the future right now. That's definitely gonna drop very, very, very soon. Right, so in more of the company news that I liked from them, before we get into who Meta Materials is, they have been converting millions of dollars from debt and making their debt smaller, which is really interesting to see, obviously. Which is, I mean, it's great. It's great for me, right? So making their debt smaller is always great for a company, in my point of view, right? So if you look over here, Torchlight and Meta Materials announced planned business combination. Let me zoom in for you guys. That is pretty awesome. A special dividend intended to be issued to Torchlight shareholders at closing. Oil and gas, a developer of high performance functional materials and nano composite products, announced today that the execution of a non-binding letter of intent for Torchlight to acquire 100% of Meta and to divest within the first half of 2021 Torchlight's oil and gas assets for the benefit of Torchlight's legacy shareholders. Upon completion for the proposed transaction, shareholders of Meta are expected to hold a 75% interest in the combined entity. So they did come up with this. I don't know if you obviously heard about it. It was back in September 21st, 2020. They haven't quite yet said when they want or when they're gonna have this merger, but their shareholders are gonna hold a meeting. Well, there is gonna be a voting in place pretty soon that will let the shareholders say if they want this to be, you know, completed, the merger, or not, which I believe will make the stock price, you know, go up, right? So that's definitely interesting to see. If we look a little bit more into who Meta is, it is pretty interesting what they do. We believe that when it comes to light, it's time to step out of the dark. That's pretty funny. We design and manufacture complex films and other materials called meta materials. Materials that can manipulate and utilize light and other forms of energy in new and often amazing ways. Our products are designed with software and engineered at nanoscopic levels to provide a broad spectrum of properties and capabilities that go beyond those found in natural materials, which are generally not possible to create using conventional materials discovered or specialty chemical manufacturing technologies. That is pretty awesome. They deal with light sources, light materials. They try to do all of that. If you go a little bit lower, so you're understanding who they are, discover our solutions. Aerospace and defense. Our solutions are a range of optimal filtering to MEI shielding to de-icing and defogging. So that is pretty cool. Obviously, airplanes and all that stuff, they have to deal with fogging and icing. So that's pretty awesome. They also deal with automotive. Our emerging technologies can benefit the automotive industries, and you could, you know, obviously we'll go over there in a second. Customer electronics. Our nano web technology is one of the only viable alternatives to ITO. It offers very high conductivity and optimal transmission and can outperform many current smartphones. Interesting. I didn't know that. Energy as well. We look into these green solar, you know, especially now in this new era of green energy. We're developing new solar films that have the potential to increase solar cell efficiency by collecting and absorbing light from all angles. That is pretty awesome. I know they've dealt with super thin solar panels, so that is pretty awesome. In the medical field as well, throughout research and development, we are pioneering cutting-edge wireless devices in medical diagnostics and monitoring. That is pretty awesome. Lockheed Martin also said that it's a pleasure working with them. Airbus said it's always been an honor. So that is pretty interesting, the way that they are trying to do these things. Obviously, as you can see right here, de-icing, defogging, automotive HUD, transparent antennas, anti-reflection. I mean, they deal with all of this, and this is only in the automotive side, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, 2026 cents isn't bad, even after the correction of today. Obviously, we had a huge increase from $1.60. Do I still think that it's, you know, pretty good at 226? Yes. Knowing that they will explode once that merger happen, it will go maybe to $5, $7, $8, $9 in a heartbeat. So definitely keep that in mind. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do not take my words as advice. Go consult your financial advisor. Go do all that. Don't take my words as advice, obviously. Anyways, that was today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it. That was today's video on Trch Energy merging with Meta, which is pretty awesome. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, as well as press that amazing subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time on Coffee and Stocks.